Hey guys, good day, good day, good day. We are just testing out the magical moving pictures box, aka the camera and the computer. This is September 7th, 2021. If you happen to be watching this, this is just a test for my equipment, but I would love some feedback. So if you guys have any little things you want to say or have comments, let me know what's going on. If the volume's not working, if my mic is acting up, I would love to get some feedback because lately I have noticed a little bit of a live delay when I turn on my camera or hit live to go live. It's like it takes forever for the numbers to start counting down. So let me see if I can get Pablo tagged in here and see if he can help us out. Pablo or Peter, whoever wants to be a part of this. Or should I just put Haps in general? Maybe Haps. It'll be okay. I'll just leave it alone. Maybe that won't be okay. But yeah. So I have noticed that it's just something that's been bugging me. But I thought I'd just test and make sure that my camera's not acting funny. And you get a food stream because I'm hungry. So how is everybody today? If you're having a really good Tuesday, thumbs up. If you're not, find something that makes you happy. Like my husband's tuna sandwiches. These make me happy. Caleb, the sandwich is amazing. Thank you.
No problem.
He put his heart into it. You can tell this really tasted good. Oh, so yummy. And if you actually watch us, welcome. If you have noticed, I've been complaining about this light bulb for like almost a month. I fixed it. And now it looks way normal. And my brain doesn't feel twisty. Which is nice. Okay then. I'll leave this on for like a couple more minutes.
Oh wow, you can make her a companion? Wow. You had a chance to redeem her? I felt like I was doing the redeeming stuff there.
Okay. Cool beans. Woo! Alrighty then. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's only for the trickster path.
We are live here in downtown Missouri.
Why is it so white?
Everything is gloriously yellow outside.
I can't do it this time.
We have a clear skies, a couple stray clouds around here. Trees are looking magnificent. In case you're all not aware. Now coffee on my water. God damn it. I need to learn to swallow. Water, guys, water. Dirty minds, get out of my stream. Anyway. Yep, there it is. There's the delay.
If I do this here, can I actually do it?
It happened again.
Let's try it. Are you serious? I mean, no.
I wonder.
How does someone like you from the
Nobody knows the troubles I face. Nobody knows my sorrow. Okay, let's see. If I take this sandwich, okay, I put it in the stream, wipe my nose. That's cool. All right.
Oh, that just because they locked me out of the kingdom. I don't know about that.
Okay.
I'm
not terrible.
I'm gonna do good.
Ah.
I'm gonna do good.
Okay.
Doesn't quite feel right. Well, we'll say that for another.
So technically, I think the only thing that I'm seeing that's a little weird is the delay.
So we're gonna say that for another match.
It's like really rare. I don't know.
I mean, theoretically, for our evil run, we could do tricksters. If we do
But
evil,
I might as well do like a PSA for the people that are watching. If you happen to be hopping on and seeing your streamer that you usually watch. Hello, Zaniel, welcome. Hi, we're testing our PC and computer today. I just got back from vacation, so I was like, you know what, gotta test the computer out, make sure it's working properly so we can have our normal awesome programming. So on Friday, in case anybody did not get my messages on Facebook or on my website. Hello, Badges! Hi, gorgeous. We're just testing out the box. If you guys haven't gotten any of the updates on my website, on Facebook, or here on Haps, and you're normally on with us on Wednesday, thank you so much for the feedback. Thank you, Badges. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've just noticed some weird things, and I wanted to test it out and see if it's still doing it. Have you been having this problem, Badges? Let me know if you have. Like when you start a stream and you're multicasting to a couple different places, does your thing on the top that says live and like does the whole countdown stuff, does it flash the zeros for like a good minute? Let me know, because I've been having that issue lately where it says it's not recording, but technically it is recording. So it like throws me off. But if you guys are usually on our Wednesday streams, we are having one on Friday versus Wednesday at 6:30 Central Time in the evening with TJ the Prodigy. If you need to look him up, it's on that post on my website, and also on here on Haps. I put search for that name. Yeah, that's what's been happening, Badges. So I was just like double checking, and then I've been noticing a fluctuation with movement on my camera lately, so I'm just double checking and making sure everything's kind of moving smoothly. I do have an older computer, so it's bound to have something like that. Okay, I'll do that next time. I forgot I probably should do that. But thank you. I'll do that next time if it happens again. I just wanted to test it and see what's going on. But yeah, we're having a collaboration with TJ the Prodigy on Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time through his profile. So if you guys go and search for him, subscribe to him if you want to be notified for each Wednesday when we actually do that normally. But this Friday is going to be a little bit different. It may be a little bit longer than normal for most people who usually watch us, just because he wanted to do a little bit of a little extra, because we've been kind of like, we missed it last week due to technical difficulties. And then this week we kind of had a schedule issue on both ends of us, because he wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it on Wednesday, and then he actually took a shift for work. So it was kind of like one of those things. We just kind of had to bring everything back together. So Friday seemed to be like the best day for us both. So 6:30 on Friday evening, we will be having our community circle that day, and then hopefully next week we'll be back to normal. Well, that's good. At least it's taking that. All right. Yes, I got tuna in my teeth. My husband made tuna sandwiches for us for lunch. It was good. Delicious, actually. Alrighty. Well, I guess the best thing I could do is probably pull a card. Make sure that the printing out a card won't fuck it up. We'll see if that works or not. 1 second. Let's see what card we want to do. You know what? We will play with these. We haven't played with these in a while. Oh, that's crystals. Please don't fall on me. The joy of having crystals on the same shelf as your cards. Not a good idea sometimes. I didn't think that through. I was making a little protection crystal box thing, jar, a couple days ago. And so my jar that I had my normal crystals in actually was the right size for the other thing that I was doing. So I took it and repurposed it, and here we are. So let's go ahead and mess with these cards for a minute. So we went to a Renaissance fair for our vacation this weekend. It was so much fun. And we were listening to, I think it's a local one here in Missouri, I think. Babe, who does Cosmo and Lauren? Is it 107?
Y107.
Oh, Y107. Okay, you guys might have it on Heart Radio or something. But okay, so Cosmo and Lauren do this like pranking thing. And so they did one where they were speaking in Renaissance lingo to this lady online. It was really funny. And they actually talked about Wi-Fi and cameras and stuff like that. And so they said, oh yes, Merlin's magic box of moving pictures. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is an epic title for this. So it was popped in my head when I put the title up. And I was like, this is great. I love this. So that's why it has that on there. It's not actually anything like marketed or anything that I can think of. But just in case anybody was like wondering, what the hell was this? That is just Renaissance lingo, if you will. The king and queen of the Renaissance fair wish you greetings and great tidings. It was really fun, honestly. We had a great time. My husband got a ashen staff. So it's like tailored quarter staff. It's like super cool. The girls and my son, they got these really cool daggers, wooden daggers.
Great job, girl.
And they've been playing sword fight like every other day. It's great. And then I kind of went on the more traditional side of things. I got these really cool mugs. I'll have to post a picture on my Facebook so you guys can see the other one. But this beautiful baby right here. Somebody made this, handmade this, which I'm a big fan of art. It's like super cool. I dabble in it, and I'm good at what I know what I can do with my limited abilities that I've allowed myself to actually work and get to the point I am at now. But I really enjoy a good artisan mug. I really do. And the funny thing is, these guys are like tankard size, so I could like have a lot of fun with this. Let's just put it that way. But my two most sacred beverages is coffee and tea. And of course, water. You gotta hydrate after drinking a lot of dehydrating items. But I had almost like 2 pods of coffee in here this morning, and I'm like at the 1/4 mark over here. And I'm telling you, this has lasted me literally all day. And I'm just like, oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy. But I think they have a website. So if you guys are interested, I'll post it here on Haps right here. It's called Always. I don't know if you can look it up like through Google or whatever. It probably is the easiest way to find them because they came all the way from Colorado, which was like super cool. I'm like, oh my goodness, that is so badass. Pottery. And then the place that they are from is Villa, if I could spell this right. Because me using only one hand, because I'm very adamant to show off their work. Okay, I think it is, yeah. So it's Villa Grove, Colorado is where they're from. So if you look it up on Google, I'm sure you guys can find it. So it's Always Azul Pottery from Villa Grove, Colorado. And it is microwave, dishwasher, and oven safe. So you could basically bake a cake in this thing if you wanted to.
What do you want more of?
My daughter ate all of her food. She's super excited to share with her dad.
Oh, you want to chip in more sandwiches? Okay. Was it that good?
Okay, but yeah. So if you're interested in this really cool mug and you want to support a kind of a small business, this is that. Local is always better, but if you have to go, if you don't have anything local like that in your area, or you don't have a place where you can make your own stuff like that, it's always fun to just find other small businesses and be able to support them. So it's very fun, lots of fun. Okay, so after the TED Talk, we can do the cards, because why not? Oh yeah, I'll have to copy it and put it on the Facebook one and YouTube so you guys can get a little taste of probably where they're from. Yeah. To the 24 eyeballs, welcome. We're just testing out the Merlin box, if you will. No, sweet Busy P, I'm not doing readings today. I'm just testing out my equipment. I have cards in my hand because I'm trying to see if my camera's gonna fuck up on me or not. Lack of better, nice words to say. My kids are outside, so they can't really hear me. But yeah. So I'm just testing to make sure the quality looks good. You know, making sure we have good quality content. Making sure my mic works, because that would be terrible if it doesn't work. And then also just making sure my camera is able to deal with change. Because if I move one way, if I move the other way, or if I use my finger hands, oh, good. I'm so glad. Thank you, honey. See, you made it with love. That's why.
Made it with love.
That's why. True story, guys. You make your food with love, your people will eat it. True story. And they'll ask for seconds.
Well, Hayden's just hungry.
Telling you, it's good stuff. But yeah, Busy P, that's what we're doing today. I'm just double checking things. Making sure we have good quality content. But if you are wanting to see us go live again, we'll be on with TJ the Prodigy on Friday this week due to scheduling and technical issues from the past couple weeks that we did earlier. And I was on like vacay this week, so he wasn't sure if I was coming back on Wednesday or not. So kind of works out. Hey Sage, we're just testing things out. So yeah, so if you guys can see that well, let me know. But yeah, if you're interested in coming to our community circle we do, I think this week we're going to finish up some astrology chart stuff. So if you're interested in that. Now, me and TJ have been dabbling in this for a couple years now. We are not professionals. We don't claim to be professionals. This just happens to be stuff that we have noticed through our research, our personal opinions about the things that we have noticed through the signs that happen to be there. But we really enjoy sharing what we know, because you just never know if somebody can like relate to that, or if they are like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And if you don't agree with anything that we're saying, awesome. That's what you're doing your own researches for. We're just sparking some interest. If you are interested in it, great. If not, it's okay. You got to hear some really cool information, and you don't have to take it at all. You can take what you like and kind of move with it if that's how you feel about it. I did notice last time we did a live on that, there was a little bit of I think it was from one of my viewers on YouTube. Not you, Busy P, but somebody else. They just like randomly saw our thing and popped on. And they were like really triggered. Really triggered. And I was like, no, we're just, doing our thing over here. It's okay. You don't have to like it. Like, I just want to make sure we have that disclaimer out here in case somebody does feel that way. Because me and TJ up front we just really enjoy learning. What we learn is kind of just things that then we can kind of look around the world and see if that really relates to what we've learned. And then if we've experienced that, we let you guys know. We give you guys examples of what we've dealt with. Maybe it's from a more masculine perspective, or sometimes it's a little bit more feminine. It just depends on where we were at in our lives during that time. Which is kind of cool. I think it's really cool to see other people's perspectives. Not everybody is right and not everybody is wrong in what they know. It's just what they've experienced. And if that's what they feel is the way that they need to go, that's awesome. That's really cool. Nobody's better than anybody, which is awesome. I think that's a really cool dynamic that I happen to have a lot of people like that in my life, that they just share their experiences. It's fun. It's exciting. It gets your blood charging, oh my goodness, that's just so cool. Or, oh, I'm I've never experienced that before. That's an interesting take on that. So it's just like getting a new book or a new car. You just want to smell the leather and just experience the engine as it's roaring through the highway. It's kind of like that. It kind of has that vibe to it. Hey, Des. How you doing, lovely? But yeah, so we're just testing out the Merlin box, if you will. I'm using a little bit of Renaissance fun because we just went there. So it was so much fun, though, guys. I think you guys would really enjoy it. If you have not experienced a Renaissance fair, I think if you really are into old history, there's a lot of people that really get into that, and there's a lot of deep perspectives. So if you guys are interested, see if there's one in your local area that you could support, because a lot of small little businesses, they actually do join those kind of stuff because it's easy publicity for them. Like I was showing earlier with the comment earlier, sometimes there's just a lot of really cool people out there that you just never would have expected to meet or see. We met a dice lady too, and me and my husband play Dungeons and Dragons every Sunday with some friends here in our local area. And this one lady that we met, she actually makes dice for a living. And her name is the Dice Fairy. If you guys want to find her on TikTok, if you guys are interested in any of that. She makes amazing, amazing dice work. Definitely something to look into if you're into that kind of stuff. Also, having a dice set with that kind of geometrical shapes and stuff are super cool because, one, you already have all the numbers there if you're using it for teaching purposes. If you roll the dice and you can show them which one has more value than the other. Since we have so much dice in our house, we kind of use those as little counting tools for our kids. So if they roll a dice, they know if there's dots on it, then they can count the dots, and then they learn something. Oh, hi, Tony. Hey. How's it going, handsome? But yeah, so little stuff like that. It was really fun, really exciting, really cool. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to talk about before I hang up on y'all? Because I think we got a pretty good, decent thing over here. I'm so glad you're doing good, Des. That makes me so happy. I love that you're just chilling and enjoying life. I love it. I did get a chance to actually watch your video last night, Des. I wanted to let you know that you're not alone in that situation. Yes, there's a lot of people who don't speak out about that stuff. And I'm grateful and honored that you were able to do that, to get that off your chest. So thank you for doing that for us. I'm so glad, honey. You need to use your voice more. You have a lot of power in the words that you have to speak. Like, if it's on your heart that hard, honey, just let it out. It doesn't have to be live. You can write it in a journal if you want to. But yeah, that's incredible that you've been able to persevere and you've been able to see through the darkness, and you have an amazing support group and the acquaintances that you've let into your life, if you feel that you're comfortable enough having them in your world. That's awesome. There is and that is in any religion, which is very, very true. There's a lot of people that use religion as a kind of like a shield or a mask. They pretend that if they push forward in that it's gonna fix everything. It doesn't. What really needs to happen is you need to get into yourself, ask the hard questions, and get to the root of it, and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, forgive the people around you that may or may not know that they dealt with that with you, and they, even though you know they were a part of it, it doesn't mean consciously that they're aware. So just being able to forgive everybody for those transgressions or any of those conflicts or triggers or rants that really had no core value until you took them in as your own. This is why when she said discernment in her video earlier, if you guys haven't met Desiree, she is amazing. She's an incredible person. So kind, big-hearted, and I love that she has been using her discernment very well on choosing the people that she has around her. This goes for everybody. Everybody needs to have discernment, regardless if you feel comfortable using your own conscience. I think that if you already feel something's wrong, that's already something that you should check out. Who's Des? Oh, come on, James. James is playing with us today, guys. Hey, James, how's it going? Good afternoon to you. Many blessings to you and your family. I'm so happy for you. I think your son went to school again, right? That's awesome. It's always exciting when things that they're normal routine for our families that really need that, it's super cool that they're able to go back and enjoy that experience again, if they really enjoyed it. If not, that's, that's what we have discernment for. You ask the questions, you use the tools you have in front of you. I love it. I love it. This is actually working out really well. I'm getting a lot of feedback here, so this is good. So my camera's working great. Microphone's still working. So far, so good. I have amazing people in my chat, including people from YouTube, which is awesome. So I think all we're missing now is Facebook. Yep, I think that's all. Oh wait. I did have a Facebook one. I think it's Z. Zaniel Z Damini. Welcome. I'm betting this is your first time around here. It's good to see you. But yeah, this is just little bits and pieces of like things that I have, which is really interesting, guys. I have to tell you the story later. Probably not today. But I had asked some questions to my higher self and my guides, and I was just like, what's really happening around us? Like, what's going to change in 2022? Like, and honestly, it was the most beautiful message, but it also had like a cautionary message in it. And it actually talked about triggers and rants, which I was like not prepared for. I was like, that doesn't sound like something I would write. So, because like there's other ways that you can kind of get information from your subconscious is like automatic writing. Different. There's all kinds of really cool tools that you can use. It's just taking time to see what works for your life. I decided to just practice it a little bit. Aw, thank you, James. Peace to you, hun. Peace to you. But yeah, I was just like, it was interesting the way that it came out too. So it came out energy, about how energy has been siphoned from many different things, which was interesting because um, dead energy can be very stifling. Have I seen your fan, beautiful? No, I have
Yes.
not. Wait, Daddy's seen
I
it.
put it up because Ronan got
Oh, there, see? Daddy protected it. That was very sweet of Dad.
I lost it.
No, your daddy took care of it. Yes, baby. What is it? You're all done with your sandwich?
Well,
Good girl, honey.
You left it on the ground, so Ronan grabbed it.
Okay, is there anything else you need?
I want an orange.
You can have an orange. Go right ahead, beautiful. All right. Yeah, so I talked about that, about dead energy, like people like not realizing that their energy is being siphoned, which I thought was really interesting because Des had brought that up in her video, and I was like, oh my Lanta, it's coming out.
I don't need it.
Because she's right, there are people that in the spiritual community they would call it energy vampires. And that's more of a new age term for it. But there are people in your life that you just feel very drained by. And it's not because of anything you've done wrong with them. It's just the way that they're using their energy. And it's almost stifling because it's like you're literally holding your protection wall up as hard as you can, and sometimes it feels like they're still getting in. And that can be really tough. And that's just where you have to put some more boundaries up that until you're comfortable being able to deal with that kind of those kind of people. Because not every time you're around that person is that going to happen. Subconsciously, you're aware that you are protected in many ways than one. Consciously, it still feels like there's something there that needs to be taken care of. And that's where communication comes into play too. Like if you're feeling something's off, you need to speak your truth. Like that's very important. But yeah, that's something that popped up. And then something about rants and triggers. There can be tons of them. People are going to be doing this a lot more than normal. How it's going to be like more of those kind of things are kind of feeling like they're going to be a little bit more extra, like in the sense of like no matter how many times you've ranted and raved or even felt a trigger, there's always one truth behind it. To one truth. So like let's put it in like a scale of like maybe 100,000 different rants and triggers. There's always one truth behind it. To one truth. So the scales, they may look very uneven, but that truth is stronger than those rants and triggers. If you catch my drift. So what's the truth for you? And once you get to that center and you put your values into perspective for yourself, not what other people's have made you want to believe that could be a materialistic thing for you. It all goes down to you. Like at the end of the day, it really does. And I think it's really cool that it got pulled out in that perspective, which is really awesome. Sometimes we don't really think about it. Sometimes we walk into something and we weren't aware how tiring that was, how emotionally draining it was for you. And then when you sit back and you actually reflect on it, you're like, damn, I really was in a weird place that day. Should I really actually waste my energy on that? Was it worth it for the people around me? Maybe. But was it really worth it for myself to be in that situation where I felt uncomfortable and I didn't want to be there? something to think about. I don't know. Just been popping in my head lately too, and in my heart. I'm kind of one that kind of thinks with my heart, so they're kind of one and the same in my boat. It's different for everybody. This is just a perspective that I currently. Oh, I saw the glitch. Damn it! I thought we were doing so well. But yeah, so it's one of those things. You have to feel out for yourselves. Take time for yourselves and meditate or pray or even journal daily and see where you're starting your day as. Like, do you feel comfortable with your day? Um, or if you have tools that you use like mantra cards or um, even just sitting with yourself and the thoughts that are running through your head, you just need to get them on paper, or you're better at typing than paper, use your computer. Type it out. See what your higher self really has for you to say. It's really beautiful to see what's going on subconsciously and bring it to the conscious, because that's where the magic happens. Because all those beautiful things that are deep inside of you literally just want to be seen. They want to be heard. They're ready to speak their truth. It's awesome. It's beautiful. I just read your comment, Does the one below it. I know it gives them no right to be that way. And I understand that that can be another sense of, like, but they should know better. And deep down, they probably do. But consciously, it hasn't been awakened. And that, like, I know it's the worst word to use because it's very common to use that word. I'm trying to find a better word for it, but I don't have one. Currently, I don't have one. It's interesting. It really is. It's a very beautiful perspective. Not in the sense of the people that have had to deal with it, but or the people that are doing it to others that may not realize that is connected to something else. A lot of the reason why people, I know you say they know, and I know radical, like I said, you've dealt with this in this way, and I understand that. I really do. So I'm not taking this at face value. I'm looking at it from every angle and speaking it in a way that it's very neutral. Because I don't look at it from one extreme to the other. That's kind of been a thing my whole life, so don't take it personally. I do know that people do know. Eventually they do. And people have told them that, and they just don't believe it. Because they don't see anything wrong with it. And that's not true either in the sense of, like, deep down they really do. Like I said, I'm trying to do this from a very neutral perspective. And we've all experienced a form of this. Definitely in our own experiences of this happening. Even we ourselves have done similar things when we were wounded and hurt, and maybe not realizing that whatever has been passed down from our lines of lineage, did we realize that that stuff was from that? It really had a root, and it needed to be exterminated. It needed to be transmuted into love and light. I'm not saying that the people who have done this don't deserve to have, like, some form of judgment. But they're already doing that for themselves. Yes, I know you're a realist, Des. I'm not judging you for that. I'm not saying any of that at all. No, I agree. You have to be realistic about this stuff. You have to be logical. But there's so many other forms of, like, perspectives that need to be also put into the play of things as well. Like the whole thing about, like, I know that this is a very weird cliche. Like, check this out for a second. So the cliche, you don't know unless you're in somebody else's shoes. or you have to be in that other person's shoes to see their perspective. Sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. And occasionally when it doesn't work that way and you are the one that had to fight through all of it to get to the top and had to take away all the people that did that to you out of your life so that you could actually heal properly, these people have decided to experience it this way. And some people have decided to experience this way. There's many paths up this mountain we call life. And Desiree has had her path. I've had my path. James has his path. Pretty much everybody has had a path in this beautiful world we call life. Now, this is many, many incarnations probably, past lives, but we've all dealt with this stuff before. And do you have to go potty? Is that why you're opening the bathroom door?
No, I'm just going around.
Oh, you're going around. Got it. Okay. Gotta love children. Love my daughter. Okay, can you go that way with it
I'm
then?
being quiet.
I see you're being quiet. So sneaky. I can see you. She's trying to use her stealthy moves that she learned from seeing some rogues over at the Renaissance Fair. A lot of people were dressed up. It was like super cool. She's just really enjoying her experience. But yeah, so, and I think it's really awesome that at the end of the day that you're in a space that you feel safe in. If you don't feel safe, then there's something you need to check it out. Are you good?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Hey, then you're gonna slip and fall. I have things all over the floor, beautiful.
Okay, I'm just trying to be careful.
Okay, let's be careful, please. I do not want you to fall. Yeah. On an ending thought that I'm having this, and again, this is all just my perspective. You don't have to take it at face value. You can experience it on your own. Research things on your own. I hope that you don't have to experience that kind of stuff. I definitely pray, and if people are that way, then you just know not to be around them. And until they are willing to, go through their experiences and see where they need to forgive themselves on, or forgive the others around them that have made them feel like they had to be this way. Because at the end of the day, it technically is an illusion that was materialized. And this is my own personal perspective. You don't have to take it at face value. Like I said, this is just my opinion. There's many ways to this constitution I have figured out, at least that works in my world. And yes, you have a fan. I see.
We went to a concert.
Yes, we did. We went to a Renaissance fair.
Yeah.
I was telling them about that. But what?
I didn't taste chocolate.
I know, it's okay. We didn't do any desserts, actually. I'm surprised. Oh, wait, we did do cotton candy. Scratch that, we did do cotton candy.
I didn't taste
They had a
chocolate.
huge bag of it, too, guys, for $4. It was, perfect for a family of 5. Totally perfect.
That's so hilarious.
It was hilarious.
Okay.
All right. Okay. But yeah. All in all, it's just how life is sometimes. Actually, that's a really weird cliche. That's probably a programming cliche. Probably need to take that out of my vocabulary. Especially if I'm trying to be neutral. Yeah. No buts, actually. We'll just keep the butts out of this, guys. No buts. No buts, no buts, no buts. No booty holes. All right. So, let's see. I think I'm going to try one more deck and see if it works. And then I think I'm going to close this out. Unless you guys have any questions or feedback or something that you guys want to talk about, I will probably end it in about 10-15 minutes. Just thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just testing this computer and camera out. Like I said earlier, just because I wanted to make sure like it was working properly. And we were on vacation, so you just never know. Sometimes devices like to have a mind of their own. But yeah, I love it. I love perspectives. I love experiences that show you where their perspective came from. I'm grateful that the people that have experienced this have this information to share for people that may need this. It's amazing. It's incredible. You guys are such strong and amazing warriors and guardians of the next generations and people that may or may not realize they need a protector like you in their life. So I thank you and I appreciate you guys. And thank you for standing up when you needed to. That's awesome. That's incredible. You guys are all heroes in my book. It doesn't matter if you work at a job where you're a hero or not. I think that you're a hero every day just by waking up in the morning, just starting your day off with a good note, showing people, the people around you that you do care about, that you love them unconditionally, expressing to them that your feelings have meanings, and just having that open door communication. It's very important, especially for the people that you have granted access to your world. It's very important for them to know when they've stumbled or when they've broken a boundary, or if they have made you feel a certain way. Don't shut yourself off. Talk to them. Like, allow them to know. Because if they don't know verbally, sometimes that they just think that they're just joking around. But if you're really serious about it and you have that open communication with them saying, look, I really do feel that way. And I didn't like that. It wasn't okay. If they don't take those words and they're not kind about it, then obviously they're not the people that you should probably keep in your world. They're not being respectful of that. If they're not caring about that in the sense of like if that's how they would want to be treated. If they were feeling that way. If it's not equal in the sense of like the energy exchange there, definitely you need to rethink how you want to be around. It happens. It happens to be the best idea and the best choice for you at that time. Take that leap. Okay, I'm going to test out this. Okay, there you go. No, I can't. Do you guys see that? Let's see. There you go. That. You guys see the words on there? Let me know, okay? If it's crooked or if it starts acting up. Okay. I'm so grateful for you guys. You have no idea. All right. Well, on my end, it looks okay. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then I will try this another time. I might try it one more time on Thursday just to make sure things are crack-a-lackin'. Or probably Friday morning. We'll see. But if you guys are interested in hanging out with TJ and I, TJ the Protege, here on Haps, if you guys are interested in hanging out with us on Friday, I don't know what we're actually what the topic is this week. He hasn't really given me a feedback yet. If he does, I'll let you guys know. But we're going to do kind of like a special little thing, just because we haven't been able to do our normal hours. I'm not going to say normal programming because that just sounds really creepy. But yeah, at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on Friday, TJ the Protege and here at MSR ETC live stream, we're going to be doing our usually community circle that we usually do on Wednesday. We're doing it on this Friday on the 10th. If you guys are interested in hanging out with us, we would love to have you there. It's just beautiful how this community circle kind of works. It kind of gives you a perspective from two different people, two different worlds that we both have lived in, experienced, and it's really nice to see what other things come out of it. Like sometimes we have actual people in the commentating area come in and give their perspective. It's so nice. Like you have no idea how awesome it is to just hear somebody else's point of view. I love that. I think that's the best thing that we could do in life is actually listen with open hearts and open minds and open ears and just be willing to see it from every angle before we make a comment or decide to choose a very more emotionally driven answer. I think it's really awesome that there's people out there willing to do that. And once you get to a point where you're balanced and stable in the way that you like your life and you feel comfortable in your own skin, that makes it even better. Makes it so much easier for you to show people who you really are on the inside. It's nice. It's awesome. Well, I'm going to end it here, guys. I love you guys so much. Namaste, blessed be. Thank you so much for watching. Let no harm come to anybody who's watching this live, replaying this video. May they have a beautiful and blessed time just experiencing life and enjoying it to its fullest. Being comfortable to enjoy it. Feeling safe and abundantly blessed. May they have an infinite amount of love and light in their world. Namaste, amen, blessed be, let it be. Amen. All right, guys. Love you guys so much. See you guys next time. Bye.